Hello, my name is Allie and welcome to my channel. We are back with Caller X Malice, Yanagi's route. Now, I will immediately apologize. My voice is scratchy. I'm getting over a cold and a cough. It's not fun. But I do apologize. And also, if you have not seen it yet, I did post a poll in the community post asking after this game, what would you like to see? Either finishing Hakuoki, Caller X Malice Unlimited, or spin my wheel of Otome. I'll probably one episode I'll show you what's on my wheel of Otome. So if there's anything you think that's interesting on there that you would want to actually see me play instead of spinning the wheel, let me know. I'm fine with that. Anyway, let's just go. He introduced himself more politely than I expected, so I returned his politeness. But Yasuhiro Ishiki, I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yasuhiro Ishiki.
Yanagi muttered the name and narrowed his eyes. Maybe he knew the name too. No, I have to think of Kazuki now. May I go inside? You're in the same band, so I assume that he's practicing. Kazuki is still in high school. It worries me when he goes out this late. The city's especially dangerous lately.
Kazuki is practicing hard for an upcoming show. He wants to get all the practice that he can. He's concentrating now, so please let him be.
A concert? This was the first time I'd heard that Kazuki was in a band, and that he played in concerts. I had a mountain of questions, so I couldn't just ignore this. But I couldn't think of what to say.
But it isn't good for you to bring a minor here this late at night.
Yanagi, who had kept quiet, rescued me from sinking into the awkward silence.
If something happens to him, you'd be the one held responsible. You might want to be a little more careful.
You talk like a cop, man.
But the real cops wouldn't come by even if a cop reported that to them.
Besides, even if they did show up, it'd just sour Kazuki's opinion of his sister.
He's probably going to be stubborn about it. I think you should let it go.
That's... Okay, we can hear anything.
Ishiki, the door's wide open. What are you... Gah! What the hell are you doing here?
Kazuki.
You followed me? You're the worst. I hope you didn't say anything weird to Ishiki.
How was I not supposed to be worried about you sneaking out this late at night?
Worried? What are you talking about? Shut up. I'm not some kid you need to worry about.
But I told you yesterday that another murder just happened, so it's
I told you to shut up. Holy hell, Kazuki.
I jumped in shock as he suddenly raised his voice. Kazuki had violently pounded his fists against the door of the concert club.
Kazuki.
Ishiki, who was frowning slightly, approached Kazuki's trembling fist. He suddenly stopped. Kazuki relaxed and lowered his hand.
What's your problem? All this time you've never given a crap about me, but now you're trying to play big sister. Is this all to make yourself feel better? You won't rest easy unless you do all this? It makes me sick. It makes me sick to see all that superficial concern coming from you.
Kazuki stormed back into the building. I watched him leave in shock. I was utterly speechless. I never knew he hated me this much.
Miss, Kazuki is working really hard. I know you're worried about him, but could you just watch over him from more of a distance for now?
Mr. Ishiki.
You mentioned a concert. Is he practicing for that?
I will say, he's living in her dang house. She has a right to just kick him out if he's going to be like that. I mean, I hate to say it. But with all this danger and stuff, he can go live back with mommy and daddy. I mean, if my brother did that to me and he's living under my roof, you know, I'm sorry, he's going back to mommy and daddy. I don't like the way he talked to her. I know he's an 18-year-old, but also he's 18. He can go move out if he wants to deal with that. I don't know if that's the same in Japan as it is in America. You can be like 18 and have your own place. But I don't know. If my brother talked to me like that and he's living under my roof, yeah,
You're going back to mommy and daddy. I know you don't want that, but yeah, you're going back. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, it's coming up soon. Kazuki is really getting into it. He's putting all his heart into his music. I know that he genuinely wants to play good music. I'm really pulling for him.
Kazuki? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I hadn't even tried to find out. I really don't know anything about my brother. Maybe it made sense that Kazuki would hate me so much.
At this rate, he won't come home unless we resort to drastic measures.
Yanagi.
That's probably not the best course, right? He'll just leave again some other time.
Yeah, but... I'm a little relieved. Huh? Akito told me a bit about you. He said that you didn't get along with Kazuki. Kazuki's passion for music is ardent, but I'm sure that isn't all of it. What do you mean? I have a feeling that he's throwing himself into it because he wants someone to notice him. I can see that he's always anxious. Whether it's frustration or self-pity, he's practically radiating with that emotion. This is just my theory, but maybe the person Kazuki actually wants to acknowledge him is you. Me? You're worried about Kazuki. I don't think you're a bad person. So I'm relieved to learn that about you. Just watch over him for now. Mr. Ishiki. Sorry, I'll make sure he gets home in the morning. See ya. The door finally closed. What now?
Maybe we shouldn't press the issue.
I'm guessing this is Hannah. I'm guessing. Good evening. Huh? A voice greeted me from behind. It was a disturbingly cheerful voice. Yeah, this has to be her. Annoying Hannah. Good evening.
Who are you?
What are you doing here this late? I turned around to see a strangely dressed girl. Was she cosplaying? I should be asking you that. It isn't safe to be loitering around at this hour. Hannah's just on a walk, you know? And then I thought I saw a couple having a lover's spat. Curiosity just got the better of Hannah. Oh,
We're just on an evening stroll. Don't mind us. We happened to spot this club, so we were curious about what was going on. We just swung by to take a look. I suppose curiosity got the better of us as well.
Oh, really? So, are they having a concert?
No, it sounds like they're just practicing for an upcoming show.
Oh, I knew it. Hannah really loves the concerts at this place. They're totally amazing. Mister, you'd probably be blown away by them.
I see. Look, it's great that you enjoy their shows, but it really is dangerous for you to be out this late.
Okay, you're nice, mister. Good night. Then the girl swiftly departed.
Phew.
You lied to her, Yanagi.
I didn't want to tell her what we were doing. Things could have gotten out of hand.
That's true.
Now, as for what we should do, we can't just stay here all night.
Yeah, speaking of tomorrow, I have to go into work. If an emergency call came in, I'd have to head in immediately no matter the time. It wasn't feasible to wait for Kazuki, and even if I did, there was a chance that he wouldn't come straight home anyway.
Ah, right. I have an idea.
Yes? Yanagi suddenly turned around as if possessed by a good idea. He spoke to empty air.
Oh, Kazuki, you there?
Huh?
What's up, Yanagi?
For some reason, Okazuki was really there. He was wearing his standard innocent grin. Where did you come from?
I saw Yanagi leave the office in a hurry, so I figured something was wrong.
Whoa, you really are a ghost. In other words, you followed Yanagi, but you don't seem to think you did anything creepy.
Ah, shucks.
It wasn't a compliment.
So, Okazuki, you came all this way, so I have a job for you to do. Huh? Okazuki blinked. So basically you want me to just stay here? Exactly.
I was grateful for Yanagi's quick thinking. Yanagi explained the situation to Okazuki and asked him to watch over Okazuki. Okazuki.
Have you forgotten something, Yanagi? My job is to guard you. Yoshinari's at the office. Plus, it isn't that far from here anyway. I'm not so weak that I need your protection. Sasuzuka's a different story. Well, that's true. I'd prefer to protect the kitty cat here. I guess I probably shouldn't call you that anymore. Right, Lady Hoshino?
I'm sorry for hiding it from you. I knew he had figured me out. I had been prepared for this eventually. Now that I had been confronted with it, there was no point in hiding my identity. I'm sure you know, but I'm Lady Hoshino of the Shinjuku Station Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. But I can't tell you my situation.
Is it related to work? Why don't you just tell me? Oh, right. Can I call you Lady?
I don't mind. Okazuki was so carefree. He showed no apparent intention of investigating me. It's nice to meet you again. I'm very worried about my brother. I'm terribly sorry to lay this on you while you're working a mission, but could you please help me?
It's hard for me to say no if you need my help that badly.
After I pleaded with him, Okazuki seemed to be seriously considering my request. While pondering the request, Okazuki looked over at Yanagi. Yanagi had said all he was going to say, so he broke eye contact and looked up at the sky. Okazuki sighed.
Okay, I get it. I'll help you.
Really?
Under one condition.
A condition? What's that?
Could I get your phone number?
I shifted my weight and uneasily looked over at Yanagi.
It's just contact info. Why not? Yay! I got your dad's blessing. I'm not her dad. I want you to tell me all kinds of fun things, okay?
Okay, within reasonable limits. His friendly smile made me lower my guard a little bit. He may be trying to pry into my situation. Okazuki's awfully passionate about his job.
I'm so happy. You owe me a favor now too, Yanagi. Not because I wanted to. Well, there's no helping it. Yep. I charge a lot of interest, so watch out. Anyway, we'll leave this to you. We're heading back.
With that, Yanagi turned to leave.
Okay, I'll let you know if anything happens.
Thank you, Okazuki.
Sure, just leave your brother to me.
I bowed to him while he was nonchalantly waving goodbye, and then followed Yanagi. We had left Okazuki to handle things here. We walked through the darkness of Shinjuku. I wonder if that was okay.
What?
Asking Okazuki to do that. As Okazuki had stated, his real job was to protect Yanagi's team. I was worried that he might not properly look after Kazuki, but that wasn't all. Was it really okay for him to just abandon his job? The thought troubled me.
Oh, don't worry about that at all. Trust me.
Yanagi slightly soothed my worries.
Once he takes a job, he'll see it through. He acts flaky, but he's very diligent. In fact, he's so persistent that it's hard to compromise with him most of the time.
Meticulous, stubborn. Okazuki seemed so carefree, I had trouble imagining him as a hard-working employee. Yanagi, you seem to know a surprising amount about Okazuki. Yeah, you know a surprising amount about yourself. I didn't realize. No.
I investigated him.
Oh, I see. I suppose if he's observing you, that you would want to know about him.
It's pretty tough to find info on SP officers. Even Sasuzuka could only dig up basic information on him. Well, From the way that he diligently stakes us out 24/7, you can tell what type of guy he is, even without looking him up.
Indeed.
No matter how often we run into him, he gets into the office, sometimes just to chat with Inamoto.
I can totally imagine that.
We've had enough unwanted contact with him to construct a full psych profile, so we know he takes his work seriously.
When you said it so plainly, it gave me a feeling of security.
Besides, the fact that he accepted the job means that he stands to gain from it. He isn't the kind of person who can have the goodness of his heart taken advantage of, so you still need to watch out around him.
Right. Yanagi has an impressively thorough understanding of Okazuki. That might explain why he didn't try to throw off his minders, even though he knew that he was under police surveillance.
He currently works for the police, so he can easily take action if trouble arises. SP officers are good at avoiding attention. A normal cop would raise Ishiki's guard. Sorry, Yanagi must have been drinking a little bit, before he ran to help her. Then I remembered something. I thought I'd heard the name Ishiki before, and the hostile attitude he seemed to have towards the police. That's right. I think I've heard that name before. A few days ago, I was trying to memorize a mountain of X-Day files. His name was in them. Yasuhiro Ishiki. He's related to the May X-Day case. Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, I hear sirens going off near here. Yanagi had probably recognized the name right away once he heard it. Yasuhiro Ishiki. He was one of the people mistakenly arrested by the officers who were victims in the May incident. He was under suspicion of being one of the perpetrators in May, motivated by revenge. Oh my goodness, the sirens are getting closer.
For a moment anyway. He had a perfect alibi, so he was immediately released.
But even if he wasn't a suspect, it meant that someone tied to X-Day was also tied to Kazuki. The reality of that hit me, and I grew even more anxious. So many of them are tied to Kazuki. Holy smokes, if you didn't see the other ones, this is going to be spoilers, but I mean, Akito, Hana, Ishiki, but even Ishiki wasn't really an X-Day dude, perpetrator, I guess you can say. But I mean, so many of them are tied. Something about that, her and Kazuki, they are just magnets to Adonis, apparently. It felt as if the chance of Kazuki getting entangled in the X-Day case had skyrocketed. My goodness. Oh, my throat is still scratchy. I do apologize. December 9th, 1:10 p.m. I attempted to stifle a yawn with my open palm. In the end, I didn't get any sleep at all. Yes, you've reached the SRCPO? There's a suspicious car that's been parked in front of my house since yesterday. Nobody's inside, but it's kind of creepy. If you have time to send a patrol out, I'd like it if someone could take a look. Understood. Please tell us your address. We'll send a team to investigate immediately. Oh, you're coming? Thanks. My address is... While taking report after report, my mind wandered back to the events of this morning. After that, Okazuki had given us real-time updates on Kazuki until he returned home. I was impressed. He even sent photos. Okazuki really is meticulous. I was relieved to see him get home, and I gratefully thanked Okazuki. But it was time to go to work, so I never got to see my brother after that. Phew.
Hey, Hoshino, you don't look so good.
Huh? Really?
Don't give me that. Go look in a mirror. Go ahead and take your lunch break now.
Yes, sir. Thank you. X-Day files. I used my break to read over the X-Day files some more. I had asked Sakuragawa to forward me files on each crime scene, but there just wasn't enough information. I was hoping to dig a little deeper. My increase in motivation stemmed from last night, of course. Kazuki was linked with someone tied to X-Day. Now, I could never be sure that Adonis would not aim their fangs at someone other than me. I was painfully aware of that now. I had to do whatever I possibly could to prevent that from happening. I need more intel. Now then, I wondered where I could go to scrounge up more information on the X-Day cases. All right, so our first destination, let me get my notes. So our first destination will be Field Operations Support Team. So let's do that. Sorry, I'm trying to put my spiral. I have it all in a spiral notebook. Field Operations Support Team. You came at a great time, Hoshino. What? When I poked my head into field support, Mukai greeted me graciously for some reason. You kept me waiting for too long. Now, tell me about the director's weaknesses. Any vulnerabilities I can exploit? No, I don't.
Mukai, knock it off, or I'll develop a special form of harassment just for you.
Oh, I was kidding. Totally kidding. That didn't sound like a joke to me.
Did you come here to ask about yesterday's case?
Yes. I was wondering if there were any new developments.
They seem to have narrowed down the list of suspects, but nothing other than that.
I see. Thank you. But narrowing down the suspects could count as a development. Even if the rest of what Shiraishi said was sarcasm, he had given me a bit of his information, or info. Now, next... Oopsies, I did it again. Next, we're going to forensics. Probably see Sakuragawa. Forensics, I think it's near the top. Yeah, number 6. Excuse me, is Sakuragawa in?
You're back.
Sakuragawa had come out to greet me, not even bothering to hide her exasperation. She lets everything show on her face. It was true that I came by quite often to see if she had any new information. I couldn't deny that I was being persistent. I was wondering if there have been any new developments on yesterday's homicide.
Not exactly, nothing, but it's a minor development. The damage to the burned body was severe, but... Oh, excuse me. But there were a few oddities. Take a look.
Thank you. Actually, I gotta let you guys go here. I hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!